Good evening, Oregon lacrosse fans. Welcome to our semifinal game number 2 versus the number 1 Jesuit and number 5 OES. I'm Britt Hartmann.
And I'm Sean Hansen.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Sean, talk to us about how we got here
at
tonight.
the table as we are having
Jesuit is a familiar story to Oregon lacrosse fans.
Periodically throughout the game.
They, had a great season. Went up to Washington, played a few games as well. They actually ended up playing both teams that made the Washington finals. That was Seattle Prep and Mercer, and got wins there. Their only loss this season in state is to our first team that's through, Grant, and that was a 1-goal game. So as usual, Jesuit is primed and ready to go. On the other side, we've seen OES here before. They always tend to be small but mighty. Head coach Sean Patrick has talked about kind of some of the challenges they've had to get to this point. The losses against Lake Ridge, Lake Oswego, who we saw earlier, Jesuit, West Lynn, and Grant. But, as the season progressed, they've started to figure things out a little bit more. But I think Jesuit is going to be a tall order for them this evening. They're going to have to play kind of their best game.
Absolutely beautiful night for lacrosse. Looks a little chilly down there, but might be perfect lacrosse weather in my opinion.
It looks like we had a little confusion from Jesuit as they're flip-flopping, which is their attacking end.
For the Jesuit Crusaders is number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
But Coach Patrick had lots of good things to say about his team, about how they've come together and about what they've been able to do. So, I know they're going to fight till the last whistle on this one.
Absolutely. Number 7, Gigi Abernathy for Jesuit on the draw against number 18, Ruby Mackey for OES. Self-draw goes to Ruby Mackey, number 18.
Mackey's got some good height in there for that self-draw, switching out her draw stick.
OES with the ball up top, number 23, Ellie Johnson, known to the team as EJ. Ruby Mackey up top, getting stopped 1v1 by Jesuit's defense. Driving into the 8-meter, unable to keep possession of the ball. Goes for a ground ball, easy pickup by Jesuit's goalie. Looks like number 25, Mary Partopi. Jesuit transitioning down the field. That's number 7, Gigi Abernathy, driving into the 8-meter, muscling her way through, able to fake and finish off stick high.
Abernathy just too strong on that one. Continued her run.
Goal, number
not
7,
be denied.
Senior Gigi Abernathy.
Solid
Crusaders
transition
1,
there by
OES
Jesuit.
0.
Current score is 1-0 Jesuit. Number 18, Ruby Mackey, going to get her draw stick there versus number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
Looks like Abernathy's going to open up to her defensive side.
Drops the ball behind her to number 11, Quinny Hanley. Quinny Hanley driving with her left hand, switches right. Shoots across the goalie's body, down low with a goal by number 11, Quinny Hanley.
Crusader goal, number 11, Senior Quinny Hanley.
This could be a long night for OES if they don't start crashing a little
Crusaders
bit
2,
earlier.
OES 0.
Current score is 2-0, Jesuit up. Same draw crew again. Number 18, Ruby Mackey for OES. Number 7, Gigi Abernathy for Jesuit. Officials struggling to get that proper setup there. As an official, sometimes those draw sticks are really tough to get the ball in the right spot. Gigi Abernathy pushes it to number 8, Kate Gabrielson. Able to take that draw control under a lot of pressure from OES. Out to Quinny Hanley.
It's kind of the first slow set from Jesuit here.
Hazel Mackey with the ball. Moves it down to Gigi Abernathy. Tries to drive. Jesuit looking to pass inside with a feed into Hazel Mackey. Shoots high to high and a save by number 2, Samantha O'Brien for OES. Quick clear out to number 21, Emily Hendrickson, but Jesuit able to stop the ride before it gets out, and a quick feed inside to number 2.
I think that was Daskalos there with the finish.
Crusader goal, number 13, senior Georgia Daskalos.
Current score is Jesuit 3, OES 0.
With the assist by number 5, Meg Flanagan.
And Jesuit looks like they're kind of making a statement
Game
at this
score,
point. They're not
Jesuit
playing super
3,
slow.
OES
They're
0.
willing to drive to goal early. They're testing OES's defense. Hard effort in the ride there from some of their first years, or excuse me, sophomores. Hazel Mackey played a role in that one, getting the ball back, and then, you know, keeping heads up play to find the next pass to Daskalos.
Draw control again goes to number 8, Kate Gabrielson. Quick feed to number 1, Hazel Mackey. OES able to slow down that fast break there, force Jesuit to work the ball around. Ball behind to number 5, Meg Flanagan. Out to Kate Gabrielson. Up top to
Space there for the
Daskalos.
lefty.
Daskalos fakes and shoots low, but it is off target to the right.
Crusaders shot on goal, number 13, Daskalos.
Jesuit able to get the recovery there. That's Kate Gabrielson with the chase. Number 5, Meg Flanagan, trying to push her way through 2 defenders. Gets checked there, but able to save it before it goes out of bounds. Officials called a push. That is a foul against number 25, Evie Ettinger. Meg Flanagan there, able to keep possession there. Moves it out to Kate Gabrielson, who tries to feed inside to number 11, Quinny Hanley, but a caused turnover by number 23, Evie Johnson.
Ellie's such a great athlete for OES, strong athlete, strong player. She's gonna have to have her best game tonight for OES to take this one away.
OES able to get it over safely and set up their attack. Ellie Johnson with the ball up top. OES in no hurry. 41, Ruby Hartmann with the ball. We have a check to the head by number 2, Taylor Stalick, on Jesuit's defense. So that is a yellow card. At the high school game is a 2-minute penalty, and it is not releasable. So those of you watching that watch the college game, if you score a goal when you are in a power play opportunity, it is a releasable opportunity. Unfortunately, at high school, it is not. So OES will be up for 2 minutes on their attacking end and defensive end if the ball goes down that way.
They really need to take advantage of this opportunity here, find their 2v1 quickly, get a clean shot off and finish.
Ellie Johnson able to draw the shooting space. Looks like the top center hash there. Shooting space called on number 23, Claire Comstock. Great hash for a dynamic attacker here. bouncers normally go, but unfortunately missed wide here. OES able to have the
Number
backup.
23, Ellie Johnson.
Got their 2v1 at the top right there. Need to split that defender.
Ruby helping with the ball, looking inside. Can't bring it out. In is OES with a turnover here. Jesuit Gigi Abernathy running down with a full head of steam to get it over safely to their attacking third. Quinny Hanley at no hurry here to attack the goal. A lot of times you'll want to stall if you're a player down for that yellow card.
It's always a little bit of a risk going out that far on a Jesuit team. They have lots of great dodgers. When you're committing to get high, the slides are going to be really long.
Daskalos over to Abernathy. Out to Hazel Mackey. Jesuit trying to use all their space here. Out to Izzy Tamerlano. Back to Daskalos. Out to Hazel Mackey.
It's like a little replay of the end of the other game. Just playing catch.
We have about a minute, maybe 30 seconds left on that yellow card here. Gigi Abernathy with the ball, under pressure from number 18, Ruby Mackey. Out to number 14, Izzy Tamerlano. She drives, pass inside to Gigi Abernathy, and a shot and a finish.
That was a hard shot by Abernathy.
Crusader goal, number 7,
Looks like
Gigi
OES is going to use their first time out here before this thing gets too far
With
away
the
from them.
assist by number 14, Izzy Tamerlano. Timeout, OES.
That's Gigi Abernathy's
Game
second
score,
goal. Assist by
Crusaders
number
4,
14, Izzy
OES
Tamerlano.
0.
Current score is Jesuit 4, OES 0.
Yeah, Jesuit has a ton of goal scorers. Multiple players with over 20 goals on the season. Tamerlano, Daskalos, Handley, Abernathy, Hazel Mackey, excuse me. You know, 5 players with over 20 goals on this season. Lots of firepower. A mix of kind of sophomores and seniors on their team. OES is going to have to come up with a really great game plan to get back into this one. There's a lot of firepower over there, and you know, OES has always kind of been small but mighty, but they don't have a ton of subs this year. You know, they have some awesome players. Some players coach mentioned to me that he feels are real assets to the team. You know, a few seniors on their team as well who've carried the team, but just the depth isn't quite there that Jesuit has. So they're going to have to be really smart, get some more possessions, kind of slow things get down, take advantage of that opportunities that they do get. Looks like they might be doing some yoga breathing or something right now, maybe trying to
Possibly
recenter.
a power pose.
Yeah, possibly trying to recenter themselves, find their breath. Yeah, because Jesuit's going to probably do the opposite. They're probably going to gun and run and, you know, feed when they can, but OES is going to have to come up with something here to get this one figured out.
Light the fire. We have just over 5.5 minutes left of this quarter. First quarter in our semifinal matchup of Jesuit versus OES.
Already 4-0. Hopefully OES can find a way to start winning this draw, give themselves a chance to get back into this thing. Gabrielson's pretty good at tracking the ball so far for Jesuit. Let's see if Coach Patrick can draw something up here for OES.
It'd be huge for them after this timeout to be able to get a draw, so hopefully they're able to figure that out, and we'll see what's happening next. Looks like number 7, Gigi Abernathy, still taking the draw for Jesuit. And it looks like OES has opted to switch their draw taker. It's going to be number 26, Zoe Olson.
Yeah, Abernathy has 113 draws on the season, so seems like she might know what she's doing over there.
OES face-off, number 26, Zoe Olson.
Looks like we have an illegal draw by OES. It's going to be Jesuit ball. Gigi Abernathy moving down the field with it. Up to Quinny Handley. Out to Dasclos. Izzy Termilano with the ball at the top of the 8. Stopped by solid 1v1 defense. A shot and a finish by Dasclos, number 13.
Yeah, kind of similar to Dasclos' first goal. They just pulled the first slide out really far. Dasclos is a lefty, so she has that whole edge to carry in. Who's ever defending her needs to force her back to the outside, step up a little bit earlier and try to squeeze where that slide's coming from. Then it can come on the backside. Right now she just has so much room. She's getting her hands free. She's a great finisher. So a little adjustment there for the OES defense to kind of stop that run from happening from Dasclos.
Same draw takers as the last go around.
Gigi
Abernathy.
Yeah, Ella Johnson was trying to use her speed there, but just came up just a hair short.
Quinny Handley looking to drive. Got her hands free again, missed wide. Good chase by number 14, Izzy Termilano, to keep possession.
Crusaders shot on goal, number 11, Handley.
Meg Flanagan with the ball. Opted to try to drive that 1v1 and potentially draw 2, but kicks it out wide.
Decent cuts there from the inside from
Flanagan
Abernathy.
looking to feed, finds Abernathy, goes for a level change, and it's saved by Samantha O'Brien.
I don't even know if O'Brien knew she saved that one.
Good quick clear for OES there, out to number 4, Hashima Murati.
They might need a little bit more of that. Their ride's pretty relentless.
That was a save by number 26, Lainey Knight. It did deflect off OES there, but deflections do not count as possession, so it stays with OES because they were closest to the ball when it went out of bounds. Ruby Mackey with the ball up top. Ruby Halpin.
Oh,
Tries to draw 2. Couldn't find the dump there.
that was a good idea. She had a little bit of a seam, kind of slipped through there. Goggles looked like they maybe came off or something. She had to kind of readjust.
Good slip in there by Ellie.
You know, not a terrible idea to kind of use Mackey on the inside. She has a lot of height in general, and then definitely against Jesuit, she could be a good option to kind of feed inside too and work a 2-man game on the inside.
Gigi Abernathy moving straight down the middle of the 8 to draw that shooting space. Give her
and what is, for our viewers at home, Britt, shooting space? It's kind of a weird one.
It is a weird one. Shooting space is when a defender is not within a stick's length between the driver and the goal. It is a safety call. Great check there by number 23, Ellie Johnson. Yeah, so officials call shooting space if you're not within a stick's length of that defender as a safety foul. If you were to get hit with the ball, it could cause some serious damage without protection. So officials opting to stop the clock because the ball went pretty far away. So it'll now be a whistle start off that end line. Number 5, Meg Flanagan trying to drive 1v1. Gets stopped, looks for a quick feed into number 14, Izzy Tamerlano. She couldn't keep it in her stick. Caused turnover by OES, and they're moving down the field pretty quickly.
Yeah, good ball movement there from OES. They're going to need a little bit more of that.
Ruby Mackey with the ball up top. OES opting to be very patient here. They need a goal here.
They need a goal, but they also need to not play into Jesuits' hand. Jesuits tend to play really fast. They use their speed well. They have a deep, deep bench. Under 2 minutes to go. Might not be the worst thing for them to look for their best shots. Double team coming hard.
Ruby Halpin able to keep that possession there. Moves the ball quickly out to Ruby Mackey. Ruby Mackey looking for a fake flip. Gigi Abernathy not fooled by it.
Ooh.
Officials calling a cross check here. We were between the 8 and the 12, therefore it's a clear the shooting space, lane for shooting space situation. Ruby Mackey getting a lot of pressure, able to draw the across the body foul.
1 minute.
Yeah, that first run by Jesuit, really good job keeping their sticks straight up, but on the second one, just got a little too close to Mackey's head there.
We're under 1 minute here, and Ruby Mackey has that top center hash.
A little bit of a stick check went right into Knight's stick there. And with just 30 seconds, Jesuit is not letting up. They're putting the foot
on the gas.
I can't
Great.
talk tonight, so that's going to be
Great
well.
quick clear by Lainey Knight and a good transition and a shot.
I
but
mean,
a
that
save.
was 10 seconds. 10 seconds, Jesuit put
Yeah.
that shot on.
That shot was by number 1, Hazel Mackey, saved by number 2,
What a catch
Samantha
there.
O'Brien.
Is that Johnson? Yep.
Ellie
And
Johnson.
they're not slowing down either. Oh, she's got a feet on the doorstep.
Oh, tries to level change. Unfortunately, hits the goalie on that shot. But there to attempt for the rebound.
Oh, that
End
was
of the quarter.
OES's best opportunity there. She probably just should have stepped in a little higher, gave herself a little bit more of an angle. She kind of, I think, stayed too low, and that way when she caught the ball, Knight did a good job stepping up, making that space even smaller. So props to Knight on that one, but 5-0 going into the first quarter. OES is going to have to come up with a different kind of remedy to get past Jesuit tonight.
Indeed. They weren't able to capitalize on their player up opportunity during that yellow card.
Yeah, those hurt. So need a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. I always say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
100%. Looks like OES was able to have a couple really quick transitions, though. So if they're able to put that shot in the cage as opposed to great saves that are happening by number 26, Lainey Knight, on Jesuit, it'd be a different ballgame.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to slow Jesuit down, though, as well. Jesuit's had some really good looks on cage, even the ones they've shot wide. Their hands have been free. They've been able to execute when needed. So they're gonna defensively have to work, I think, a little bit more as a unit and a little bit more together. I know Coach Patrick's talked about that with me a little bit about how they're playing as a team. Again, they're small, right? Their bench is not deep, but the way Jesuit plays, you don't want them to flame out early either. So there's going to have to be a little bit of a balance here to how they play their attack, how hard they go on defense. I think their stick work and transitions have been good, so hopefully they can rely a little bit less on their legs and use their sticks and get out of that Jesuit swarm.
Absolutely. We're kicking off the second quarter of our state semifinal matchup, Jesuit versus OES. Current score is Jesuit 5, OES 0.
See what OES comes out with on the draw here. Opted for a change on that last one, but unfortunately an illegal draw called. So we'll see if they go with Mackey or opt to switch it up, see if they can cause a little disruption on Abernathy from inside the draw.
Looks like they're opting for number 18, Ruby Mackey, versus a solid draw taker in number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
All right, face it off for the OES Aardvarks, number 18, Ruby Mackey, and for the Crusaders, number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
Circle players moving to try to gain position. Great self-draw by number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
Yeah, she did a nice job tracking that one.
Number 5, Meg Flanagan, moving it out to number 13, Daskalos. Up top to Gigi Abernathy. Out to number 1, Hazel Mackey. Number 8, Kate Gabrielson, looking to drive.
I think that's 11 there.
Oh yeah, number 11, Quinny Hanley.
Shot on goal.
With a
Crusaders
shot
shot on goal, number 11.
that
Hansen.
went wide, but number 5, Meg Flanagan, there to back it up. Gigi Abernathy driving. In the second hash there. Quick change of direction, able to feed inside to number 11, Quinny Hanley. Beautiful feed, beautiful finish.
Crusader goal, number 11.
Assist from
Quinny
Gigi
Hanley
Abernathy
with the
to
assist by
number 11,
7,
Quinny Hanley.
Gigi
Current score,
Abernathy.
Jesuit 6, OES 0.
Game score, Crusaders 6.
Yeah, similar to our
Aardvarks
earlier game
0.
tonight. It's hard to stop someone on the doorstep, so gotta find a way to push that slide, make them work a little harder to find the open player, push the 2v1 from the backside maybe, or get your slides a little earlier so you have like what we call a push slide at Redlands instead of a pull. It's not you're coming with me, it's you're pushing me to go double the ball. Need to kind of make some adjustments here. Jesuit has so many weapons.
Another self-draw by Gigi Abernathy. She's able to come up with that ground ball. Hazel Mackey with a feed inside to number 13, Daskalos. It misses wide. Number 14 is
Crusaders shot on
Tamerlano
goal,
there to
number
back it up.
13, Daskalos.
Kate Gabrielson with the ball. Moving it down to Meg Flanagan. Meg Flanagan opting to drive and redrive. Changes direction, shoots left. Great inside roll to shoot
Crusader
left-handed there.
goal, number 5.
Yeah, that time
sophomore
OES
Meg
not opting to
Flanagan.
send a slide. But again, Flanagan
Game
got her
score,
hands free, was able to
Crusaders
shoot around
7,
her defender.
Aardvarks 0.
Stuck just too hard for goalies to track. O'Brien, you know, really doesn't have any options at that point. Ball's right on top of her. When these teams met earlier this year, the score was 21-9, so we know OES can score. They just need to find some ways to do it.
Absolutely. Current score, Jesuit 7, OES 0. Gigi Abernathy against Ruby Mackey on the draw. Deadly self-draw again, number 7, Gigi Abernathy with that draw control.
You know, what great wrist strength there from Abernathy, showing off her skills right there, tracking the ball, going one-handed at it, using her burst of speed.
Izzy Tamerlano with the drive from the elbow, stopped by a double team on OES. Opts to move it out to Quinny Hanley, down to Meg Flanagan. Out wide to Abernathy. Out to Daskalos. Tried to feed inside to Quinny Hanley. Unfortunately, she couldn't bring it down, so dropped into the goal circle there for number 2, Samantha O'Brien. Clear out to number 33, JoJo Kobos. OES struggling to get out of Jesuit's ride here.
Yeah, ball movement's going to be key. They just can't hold on to the ball too long. Got to pass it up. Got to pass when you have options.
Number 21, Emily Hendrickson, able to move the ball up to number 19, Kendall Cooney. Up to Ellie Johnson. Feed inside to number 26, Zoe Olson. Assisted by number 23, Ellie Johnson. OES breaks the board.
Number 26.
And there we go. Just as I said, we know they can score. Move the ball quickly.
Number 23.
Found a good option
Ellie
early.
Johnson. Game score, Crusaders 7, Aardvarks 1.
I have to do some switch ups here on the draw. It seems like it's been going out that 50-yard line Abernathy to herself, just doing a good job tracking and following the ball. So maybe pushing one of their players a little bit lower or higher off that 50, seeing if they have a chance at it. Ellie Johnson's pretty athletic, so she might be a good option to kind of move to that 50. It looks like they've hedged on the defensive end a little bit, but still think Abernathy, if she's winning it out to that side, they might need to make a little bit more of an adjustment.
Oh, quick push draw by number 18, Ruby Mackey, straight to number 23, Ellie Johnson. Not entirely sure if that went above heads. The ball has to go above shoulders and heads in girls lacrosse and college lacrosse. Official had a better view than we did.
Yep, give it up for your officials. It's a tough job out there. Someone's got to do it, so make sure you thank your officials after your next game.
If anybody wants to learn how to officiate, hit us up next spring. We are always in need of more officials.
Jesuit applying some good pressure here.
Ellie Johnson with a drive from the elbow, lots of space in a 1v1, draws the foul, but it doesn't matter. She finishes off stick hip.
Yeah, Ellie Johnson's one of those players who are super fun to watch, super athletic.
Aardvarks gold, number 23, senior
Just like
Ellie
many of the players on the other side. Abernathy, Quinley, great burst of speed there.
Opted not to send a second, so she had her hands free and was able to put it in the back of the net.
So Mackey can reproduce her push out to the top side here.
Looks like OES has opted to shift over to the side. She was able to reproduce it in the same direction, but deflected by number 8, Kate Gabrielson, towards number 26, Zoe Olsen. Foul called against Jesuit there.
Good help there from
Kendall Cooney, number 19.
Yeah, Cooney's one of the players that Coach Patrick kind of said was an unsung hero. You can see why that could be, you know, things like that don't show up in the stat sheet, the help off the draw. No one's writing that down for you, so.
Ellie Johnson driving again. Looks like we got an across the body call against Jesuits number 11, Quinny Hanley. We're at the top of the 12 here, so you just have to clear the lane for shooting space. Ellie Johnson with a fake pass inside, but opts to send it out to Ruby Mackey.
It's a good look there, just a little bit late with the pass, but looks like Zoe Olsen's gonna go to the line.
Giving her that second inside hash. Foul called against number 7, Gigi Abernathy, for looks like a push. Great crash there by Jesuit. Zoe Olsen able to keep possession though, kicks it out wide to number 15, Brittany Ellis. We have a 3 seconds call. For those watching back home, 3 seconds is if any defender is inside the 8 meter for more than 3 seconds without being within a 6 length of their attacker. Again, that's a bit of a safety call to make sure nobody's standing in the middle of the 8 so they don't get hit with a shot. Zoe Olsen able to keep possession there, kicks it out top to Ruby Mackey. Pick on ball by Ellie Johnson.
Yeah. Big time shooting space there.
Big time shooting space. Number
Kind of
18,
the classic.
Ruby Mackey.
Did a little nice pump to show the officials she was gonna shoot.
Jesuit so quick off the line to defend on the 8
It was a nice job closing without fouling too. All their sticks were straight up. Ooh. In college, that probably would have been a great check. It looked like she just went through the spear. At the next level, she'll be A-okay with that one.
Ellie Johnson on the second inside hash. Quick speed and a shot and a finish. And number 23, Ellie Johnson.
Aardvarks gold,
Ellie Johnson getting OES back in this thing, giving them life.
Johnson.
Current score, OES 3, Jesuit 7.
Game score, Crusaders 7,
Looks like
Aardvarks
a
3.
timeout is called.
Yeah, quick timeout here.
I believe that was called by Jesuit.
Yeah, so that's going to be Jesuit's first time out.
Jesuit, timeout.
You know, probably just wants to take the life out of OES here. They've gotten a little bit of a swing, figured things out a little bit, especially on the draw circle. So good timeout there to take, regroup, recenter for Jesuit, get this thing back on track for the game that you want to have.
Slowing the momentum down. OES is probably grateful for a bit of a breather with their lower numbers.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt them at all. It's good to see them get a little bit of juice going, make this thing a game. I'm sure, though, as we talked about in the last game, women's lacrosse is a game of runs, and I know Jesuit has a lot in them. Ton of excellent players, good coaching. They've been here before. So great to have a good contest. Great to see all these athletes compete and give everyone a game. That's what the fans want. I want to see these girls compete to their best ability. But a long way to go still for OES.
Number 18, Ruby Mackey, and number 7, Gigi Abernathy for the draw again. See if OES can come up with a third draw control in a row. Ruby Mackey self-draws behind her shoulder, able to pick it up for that ground ball. Great draw control for OES here.
You know, and that was a nice box out by Zoe Olsen off the backside. Kind of just letting Mackey edge her out.
High pressure from Jesuit here. Mackey able to keep possession. Officials call it through the sphere check. Kendall Cooney with the ball. Oh, correction. Ruby Halpin.
Haven't seen much from Halpin tonight, but oh, it was a great play there. She just needed to get her feet back in bounds before playing the ball. Yeah, a little bit unlucky from Cooney.
Oh, yes, right in the ride.
Only a sophomore, though, so plenty of room for her to grow in the next 2 seasons. Yeah, nice pressure from OES, making things difficult. Jesuit here, relentless, small but mighty.
Small but mighty for sure. 14, Izzy Termilano able to get it over safely. Defended by number 33, Jojo Kobas. Out to Meg Flanagan. Trying at the drive and redrive. Kicks it out wide to Gigi Abernathy. Up to Georgia Daspalos. Georgia Daspalos with her hands free again. Shoots left-handed. Bouncers will go.
Yeah. This time Hendrickson was the one marking her. They got to know to force her back to her right. When she gets those hands free, she's a really good shooter. Places it low, especially as a lefty. You're going then low non-stick side a lot of times on the goalies. So goalies got to track, move their feet, and get their hands low.
Very difficult shot to make. That is Georgia Daspalos' third goal.
Yeah, no, Brian's just a sophomore for OES, so again, plenty of room for her to grow as well. But you know, these Jesuit shots have not been easy ones to stop, even for the most seasoned of goalies. So she's just got to keep her head up, keep her chin up, and keep fighting.
Absolutely. Current score is 8 Jesuit versus OES 3. Mackey able to drop it behind her again and come up with that ground ball. That is 4 draw controls in a row for OES. High pressure from Jesuit.
The only negative about the draw sticks there is no one wants to actually play lacrosse with them. So as soon as they can, they're trying to get rid of the ball.
We have a shooting space call by number 19. Sorry, number 19, Kendall Cooney was driving. withdrew that shooting space call against number 15, Odessa Knight. Officials give that first inside hash there. Great save by number 16, Evie Hester.
I think there was a little bit of a check from Handley on that offside that kind of helped slow that ball down a little bit. Looks like we had a goalie change too, maybe at the quarter. Evie Hester back in, the lefty, so that's also kind of giving the attackers a different look.
Great cut in the middle of the field by Gigi Abernathy and a good handle there. Had a full head of steam, but
kind of how the game started with that one, right? Like,
absolutely.
just would not, could not, should not be denied at that point. Oh, we got some, I don't know if the cameraman's catching it, but it looks like we got some side sellies going from Jesuit. We had the classic bowling ball, and all the pins went over. Never bowled that well in my life.
Great finish by number 7, Gigi Abernathy. Phenomenal 1v1 defense by Ellie Johnson, but as I mentioned, got to require 2 defenders.
Yeah, and both these players taking the draw, running down the field. No sub yet.
No sub yet. Ruby Mackey versus Gigi Abernathy again. See if OES can snag another draw control. It goes out Jesuit's way. Gigi Abernathy snags that ground ball. Jesuit opting to slow down that transition there. 14, Izzy Termilano, looking to drive and redrive. Kicks it out to Georgia Daskalos.
Got that left edge again.
Georgia Daskalos with a drive and redrive and a goal off stick hip against OES goalie Samantha O'Brien.
Georgia Daskalos should just bait her stick side and overplay her off stick a little bit. She's
game score, Crusaders 10.
yeah, because now that's 4
Aardvarks
goals,
3.
almost the same way. Getting her hands free, driving left, putting it back off stick side.
It's once again a very tough save to make for a goalie, especially as a lefty attacker. You're probably not used to seeing a whole lot of lefty shooters here at this level.
Yeah, I think she's just got to bait it a little bit. Start overplaying that. As you see Daskalos get the ball, just, you know, we call them our steps, you know, 1, 2, and that's your positioning, and I think she's got to hold her positioning a little, hide her to her off-stick post when Daskalos gets the ball.
Give herself a chance to make that off-stick save.
Yeah,
sure.
just making it smaller for herself.
Meg Flanagan with a 1v1 drive.
At least if she stores 6 side high, you've done something different, made her change her look.
Quinny Hanley with a drive. Took a righty shot there. It bounces over, but Jesuit there for a chase. That's number 5, Meg Flanagan. Opting to drive on the other side of the goal circle this time.
Switched it to the lefty. Oh, and back righty.
Drive and redrive. Didn't work. Kicked it back out to number 11, Quinny Hanley. Out to Georgia Daskalos.
One left.
Lefty again. What a finish. Number 13, Georgia Daskalos.
Crusader goal.
That is her 5th goal.
Georgia Daskalos.
Yeah, I like I said,
Game
the
score,
defense either needs to step up and force her back
OES
down
3.
the right side, or if I'm O'Brien, I might just start overplaying when I watch Daskalos and at least make her put it on my stick side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to make a couple adjustments. Halftime could be a good time to kind of talk those things over, even have one of your assistants work with your goalkeeper a little bit. You know, if you take away those 5 goals, we got ourselves a little bit of a game.
100%. Current score is Jesuit 11, OES 3. Can OES get another draw control? Going straight up. Great time check.
Maggie's height's coming into play
Ruby
there.
Halpin with the ground ball. Out to number 23, Ellie Johnson. Great pressure there from Jesuit. Less than a minute here.
Yeah, good 45 seconds left. OES can kind of swing the ball around and get a good attacking look.
Aim for that last shot.
Yeah. You don't want to leave Jesuit too much time. Double comes.
Kendall Cooney getting stopped on that 1v1 drive by Quinny Hanley.
Yeah, Ellis just a freshman back there behind Cage. She's got to know to flash. If you look.
Oh, what a feed inside to number 18, Ruby Mackey with a backhand Twizzler. Unfortunately stepped on the goal circle.
No goal on that last shot.
Yeah, we got 20 seconds left now. But if you're watching Jesuit's defense, 23, Claire Comstock, isn't even looking at her attacker right now. She's completely focused on the ball, ready to help slide. So I just think they need to be a little sneakier down there. Ellis, just a freshman, either flashing or coming around.
Saved by the bell.
And that's the end of one. Crusaders 11, Aardvarks 3.
That is the end of the quarter. Not enough time for Jesuit to get that fast break goal there. We'll see what OES tries to draw up during this halftime. Once again, I'm Britt Hartmann.
And I'm Sean Hansen.
We'll be back after this break. It is a 7-minute halftime, so get your popcorn and head on back. Catch you
Buckle up.
soon. Welcome back to our second half of our semifinal matchup of number 1 Jesuit versus number 5 OES. Those of you who are tuning in, if you're enjoying the live stream, if you want to scan the QR code there, we would greatly appreciate it here at OGLA. Sean, talk to us about the second half. What are we looking for?
What am I looking for?
Yeah.
I'm just looking for a competitive game here. You know, came up from California to see some Oregon lacrosse and just hoping to see a great game from all of the competitors this evening. You know, like I've mentioned, I think OES needs to make a couple adjustments, especially with their young goalkeeper and the way they're approaching Daskalos defensively, take those 5 goals away. I think we got ourselves a great game. Obviously, all starts with the draw. Can Mackey continue to be a menace on the draw?
Current score, Jesuit 11, OES 3. Leading goal scorer right now is number 13, Georgia Daskalos, with those 5 goals, as Sean mentioned. Leading off on the draw, we have number 7, Gigi Abernathy. I can't see behind the official here, but I'm assuming it's number 18, Ruby Mackey.
Mackey's back.
Draw goes straight up.
Ball.
Great stick there by number 23, Ellie Johnson, able to come up with that ground ball, knock it to the ground.
I wonder if Jesuit should make a little adjustment and stop just letting Olsen kind of come up and pop and... I'm sorry, that's Cooney. Cooney come up and pop and get that ball. If just kind of allowed her to be that outlet for their midfielders. Might be nice to see some pressure applied there.
Ellie Johnson with the drive. Handled 1v1 by Jesuit.
And there was Comstock again, like I was talking about, just coming up as that slide.
Jesuit able to stop the 1v1 drives pretty handily here. OES needs to move the ball around a little quicker in order to find that 2v1 on the backside.
It's a good flash there from Murati from low, keeping Comstock alive there and making sure she's not just able to slide.
Cooney with a quick feed inside to number 23. Unable to catch it is Ellie Johnson. Jesuit able to pick up that ground ball. I believe that's number 8, Kate Gabrielson.
I think that's 11 there.
You got better eyes than me today.
But not better words. I seem to be putting foot in mouth.
We all have
evening.
our strengths.
I know what's going on. I just can't tell anyone.
OES able to chase and get that defensive chase there, but unfortunately, quick turnover by number 5, Meg Flanagan, to a pass to number 14, Izzy Termilano, with a goal. Great ride there by number 5, Meg Flanagan. Matched up stick for stick, able to come up with that ground ball to a quick feed to Izzy Termilano.
Yeah, Jesuit's got a few second chances tonight from the pressure they've been able to apply. Good effort from their attacking sophomores.
Game score, Jesuit 12, OES 3.
That is Izzy Termilano's first goal, with an assist from number 5, Meg Flanagan. Current score is 12, Jesuit, OES 3. Getting really close to that kind of mercy rule that lacrosse has. It's a 10-goal differential. If Jesuit were to get one more goal up, we would have a running clock. Gigi Abernathy and Ruby Mackey on the draw again. Great draw control by number 23, Ellie Johnson. Quick speed there. Great pass into number 19, Kendall Cooney.
Yeah, they weren't able to take advantage of the player up they had from that speed from Ellie Johnson, unfortunately, but
we have a green card for a delay of game. I think Jesuit was taking too long to get out of the critical scoring area there.
in high school, it's kind of just a warning. The collegiate level, the green card can be a 1-minute releasable foul. So a little bit different.
If Jesuit were to get another green card, though, it will turn into what's called a green-yellow, which is a 2-minute penalty. clock.
Oh, Holly Johnson with a great redrive there.
Looks like she drew another 8-meter at the top center hash. Number 2, Taylor Stalick with that foul behind.
Great opportunity for her.
Ellie Johnson has been pretty deadly on these 8 meters. Able to drive in, no chance for Jesuit. Great fake and finish. High to low, level change.
Yeah, she just drove in strong, quickly, and then basically passed around the goalkeeper. I always say there's the 3 P's of shooting: pizzazz, power, and placement. And the closer you get, the less you need that power, and the more you need that placement. And that's exactly what she did. Just protected her stick and shot around the goalie there.
OES not going down without a fight. Current score is 12-4. That is Ellie Johnson's 3rd goal. 2nd on a free position, I believe. OES full of a bunch of solid free position shooters.
Yeah, and they've done a better job making some draw adjustments. Ellie Johnson's gotten a few these last times.
A bit of a weird draw there. Went straight over their heads. Jesuit able to pull it up. That's number 11, Quinny Hanley.
So you can see.
Barely. Quinny Hanley able to drive in from the elbow, change direction, and shoot across the face of the
Crusader
goal.
goal, number 11.
Well, don't close your eyes because you might miss a goal. Oh, and we got
Game
another
4,
silly from Jesuit
Crusaders
sideline.
13, Aardvarks 4.
Duck, duck, goose, perhaps?
I think so. Great drive and finish by number 11, Quinny Hanley. That is her 3rd goal of the game.
Yeah, Quinny's got great speed, able to protect her stick well. Looks like the officials are just opting to check the draw stick. It was a kind of a weird draw on the last one, so just making sure everyone's pocket's legal.
Stick checks can happen at the official's discretion, or coaches can call a stick check from the sideline if they wish. It's a little bit different than the collegiate game where there is a stick check after every single goal. Great draw control by Gigi Abernathy in a transition. Cut in by number 13, Georgia Daskalos. That is her 6th for the night.
Like I said, don't close your eyes, don't turn it off, you might miss a goal. Jesuit is cruising right now, using all their speed. Abernathy, a lot of senior leadership out
Crusader
here.
goal, number 13, Georgia Daskalos.
That puts us at Jesuit 14, OES 4, which
Game
puts us
score,
in
Jesuit
running
14,
clock territory.
OES 4.
Number 1.
Abernathy with another goal, another draw.
Maybe soon to be a goal.
Yeah, it could happen. I would believe it if you told me that was what's going to happen.
Great ride from number 19, Kendall Cooney, with a check and a caused turnover ground ball. Pickup by number 23, Ellie Johnson. Kendall Cooney moving forward. Jesuit with numbers up down on the defensive end. Forces OES to slow down and set things up. Zoe Olson at the elbow. Kendall Cooney. Up to Ruby Mackey. Ball with Ellie Johnson. Shoots it over the cage, but OES there to have the backup for the chase.
Shot by Cooney.
Ellie Johnson. Showing
the
her
slide
speed.
from Jesuit. Got to find that 2v1.
Great double team from Jesuit. That's a caused turnover by number 23, Claire Comstock. Moves the ball upfield to Georgia Daskalos, showing her speed here.
Yeah, the urgency in which Jesuit's playing with, you would not know they're up by 10 goals. Looks like the rain has kind of started to fall here. Oregon just showing off with its Oregon weather. Oh, speaking of showing off.
Great feed inside to number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
Crusader goal,
Beautiful
number
finish there.
7,
Yeah, and so much power.
Gigi
Kind of a jump shot there.
Abernathy. with the assist by number 11, Winnie
That puts us at
Hadley.
15-4, Jesuit over OES.
Game score, Jesuit 15.
Yeah, Jesuit making a
OES
statement here in the
4.
semifinal, going for that four-peat.
Started with that caused turnover by the double team and ground ball pickup by number 23, Claire Comstock. Phenomenal defense on Jesuit's end down here.
Yeah, Comstock's been able to kind of cheat a little bit, I think, with not having to keep her head on a swivel. Sever on her has to read that ponytail or awesome bun as she's rocking tonight and be able to cut as they notice she's not looking at her.
OES switches up their draw taker to Zoe Olsen again. Jesuit able to come up with it.
Wonder if Jesuit will opt to slow it down a little bit. Clock is their friend. Then we got running clock. Maybe work on a play or two. Maybe get another assisted goal.
Izzy Tamerlano. Jesuit in no hurry.
Oh, I don't know where Mackie was going there, but she left.
Went to switch sticks, it looks like, on the defensive end.
So Jesuit
Opted
clearly
to not
opting.
drive. When
Take
there was a
look.
1v0 versus GG Abernathy.
Showing some good discipline here. It's always exciting to be in a semifinals game. Giving us a little different look. Ball at X.
Meg Flanagan looking to drive. Good 1v1 and then double team by OES here. Flanagan re-driving. Still trying to find her hands free, trying to draw that shooting space, but those defenders were within a 6 length of their attacker. Has to kick it back out to Daskalos. Up to Tamerlano. Back to Daskalos. Over to Abernathy. Up to Izzy Tamerlano again. Great 1v1 defense by OES, but the redrive gets her hands free. Unable to stop in that double team.
Yeah, they got O'Brien's number. That was another off stick.
Crusader goal,
High
number
shot.
14, sophomore, Izzy Tamerlano.
That is Izzy Tamerlano's second goal of the night. That puts us at Jesuit 16, OES 4. Great finish by number 14, Izzy Tamerlano.
Yeah, so tough for O'Brien with these off-stick side
Game
shots.
score, Jesuit 16, OES 4.
Number 26 for OES, Zoe Olsen versus GG Abernathy again.
Looks like Abernathy might be doing a little pull out towards her defensive end.
Goes
Nice
over
the
her shoulder.
Yeah.
Quick transition down to Meg Flanagan. Out to number 10, Vivian Vaught. With number 8, Kate Gabrielson.
Looks like a few subs are coming in on the defensive end for Jesuit.
Meg Flanagan with a drop there, but able to recover on the ground ball. Vivian Vaught. Out to Meg Flanagan. Then with Quinny Hanley. Jesuit in no hurry.
Yeah, they've really slowed things down here. Working through their offense. Might be trying to get assisted looks. Might be trying to get certain players, certain looks.
High pressure from OES there. Izzy Tamerlano with the ball. Back out to Abernathy. Quinny Hanley loving that elbow drive there. Ball with Izzy Tamerlano trying to draw the shooting space. Doesn't get it.
Yeah, I thought she might have had it on that second rollback there.
Ball back with Meg Flanagan, trying that lefty crease roll again, but she is stopped by Zoe Olson. And then she redrives. Oh, and a save by Samantha O'Brien. OES needed that save right then.
Yeah, that's got to feel good for O'Brien. That was on her off-stick side. Able to track that one.
Clear out to Ruby Mackey, but the double team with Jesuit's ride is stopping her there. You can hear the fans frustrated about that call, but officials once again during this semifinal matchup calling it pretty tightly. Mackey able to get it out to Olson, then back to Mackey. Out to Ellie Johnson.
Yeah, just a minute to go here.
Ruby Hartmann trying to get her hands free to shoot. Doesn't have the opportunity.
1 minute.
Kendall Cooney with a drive. Great spin move and draws the shooting space.
Don't know if she meant to shot that and she just kind of dropped the handle and the ball released, or if
officials are calling it a shot.
yeah, well, she was definitely looking to shoot.
Totally.
Just that slide came.
Oh, great check by Jesuit and a ground ball pickup by Gigi Abernathy. That check came from number 9, Taylor Young. Good ride by OES though, good hustle play to win it back. We have 21 seconds. Hopefully they can put a shot on frame.
Oh, again, we need that pop from below. Ellis down there, just a first year. Got to get herself in scoring position. It's a lot to ask from a first year, but you're here, you made it, might as well do it.
Jesuit attempts to take that last shot. That's Georgia Dasclos, but it misses
And
wide.
that's the end of the first half.
End
Jesuit Crusaders 16.
of the third quarter.
OES Aardvarks 4.
Jesuit has 16 goals to OES's 4.
Correction. That's the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, looking like it could be a similar score to that game that was played back in April 17th. 21-9 was the final score there. And again, if you are enjoying yourself tonight and appreciate the broadcasting, OGLA would love for you to buy online ticket via the Venmo code.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Be super helpful. Helps us put everything on that we do. Any profit goes back into our community, whether with grant funding or otherwise. So
yeah. Are you guys doing any more? Used to do some equipment grants. Used to do what has OGLA been up to, Britt? Do tell.
Yeah. Well, during our quarter break, might as well talk about that. Currently, right now, we are trying to get sanctioned as an OSAA sport. So they'll be voting in October for both the boys, so OHSLA, and the girls are trying to get sanctioned as OSAA sports. So currently, right now, we are doing a lot of youth initiatives to try to grow the youth. Can't grow the high school unless you grow the youth side first. So we're working towards a lot of free clinics and equipment grants to help grow the sport in Oregon at the youth level and then pushing that into the high school level eventually. So definitely a good time for us.
And a good time to donate and get yourself a virtual ticket to enjoy the broadcasting. So we're down for the fourth quarter here.
12 minutes left of this one. Current score is 16-4.
After that first draw goes up, it will be running clock, with Jesuit having a over 10 goal lead. OES would have to have a massive hill to climb to get back into this one, so it's very likely, we don't want to put the cart before the horse, but that we could be seeing Jesuit in another state final. We'll see if OES can work some miracles here. And
first step for them, I think, would be to stop the clock quickly, so they'll need 3 quick goals in order to make that even possible. So, but yeah, very likely that we see a Grant and Jesuit rematch, but we'll chat about that towards the end of this quarter, see where we're looking.
No, OES has a few seniors on their team. They'll be sad to see go. We said Mackey's name quite a bit. Ellie Johnson has been great for them. A few goals on the night. Good hustle player. So they'll have some seniors that they'll be sad to see go. But also returning a lot of players. So that's always good. Bodes well to have some continuity in the program.
Absolutely.
Some players who can say we've been to the semifinal game before. We know how it feels. We know what it looks like.
Sean, you'll be familiar with Mackey next year, as she'll be attending CMS. You'll have to coach against another phenomenal draw taker in the Sky.
Might have to find a new job, though. They already have a pretty good one.
Ruby Mackey with the draw control. Pass out to Ellie Johnson, and Kendall Cooney as the outlet pass every single time.
Look at that hustle.
Quinny Hanley trying to put pressure on the ball. Jesuit still playing with such high pressure ride. Love the fire throughout the entire game here.
Yeah, it looks like they might be warming up a few kids maybe halfway through this quarter, get some younger players some minutes.
Ruby Halpin with a drive and redrive, but kicks it right out to Ellie Johnson, who's able to draw the shooting space, giving her that second inside hash.
You know, Halpin's a great player that we haven't talked about much tonight. She's got a fierce shot if you've never seen it.
Especially off the 8 meter.
Ellie Johnson again. All right, Britt, let's see if they can put your plan together of 3 quick goals. We've got 1.
We need 2 more. Starts with the draw. We'll see what happens. Ellie Johnson with her 3rd free position goal on the game.
Aardvark goal, number 23.
She's 3 for 3. She has not missed a free position, but that is her 4th goal of the game, scoring 4 out of 5 of OES's goals.
Game score.
Ruby Mackey on the draw for OES again, and Gigi Abernathy. See if OES can come up with another draw control.
Yeah, you know, Halpin has 68 goals on the season, and we haven't called her name much. Great quarter for her to step up, step into a more aggressive role on the attacking end. Another draw for OES.
Zoe Olsen with that ground ball pickup. Fouled by Jesuit. Great cause turnover there with a knockdown from Quinny Hanley and a ground ball pickup by Kate Gabrielson. OES not going down without a fight. Their ride is formidable. Kendall Cooney trying to go for that back check, but number 1, Hazel Mackey, able to pull it in.
Camerano looking to go, but opts to pull it back out.
Georgia Daskalos with the ball up top. Up to Hazel Mackey.
See if Jesuit starts getting in some of their other players.
Looks like we've seen a few new names there.
Might be just opting to get their senior some minutes.
Yeah, it looks like number 3, Macy McDonald, has subbed in. A drive and a goal from Gigi Abernathy.
Crusader
that is her
goal,
5th goal
7.
on the day.
Some jousting over at the Jesuit sideline.
We love the sideline sellies.
Game score, Crusaders 17, Aardvarks 5.
Jesuit scores 17 versus OES 5. Not in the playbook to stop the clock yet.
No, these girls are giving it all they have, though. Still full effort in the ride. Players chasing down, going for ground balls hard. Both teams showing why they got here, why they're top teams in the state.
Good battle on that ground ball and a flip to Ruby Mackey. Able to come up with that draw control. Kendall Cooney on the first outlet pass. Quick feed inside, long pass to Ruby Halpin, but a great crash by Jesuit. It's 5 versus 1 there. She's working on the drive and redrive, really trying to make a goal happen. Great change of direction there by Ruby Halpin. We have a horizontal stick called. I believe that foul is called against Number 23, Claire Comstock. Ruby Halpin with the ball at the dot, moves it up to Ellie Johnson. Up to Ruby Mackey. Out to Zoe Olson. Kendall Cooney. Up to Ellie Johnson.
Got a lot of room on the right.
We had a held flag for a check across the body. Looks like potentially there was a follow-through into Kate Gabrielson, but officials sticking with the top center hash for Ellie Johnson.
Officials are going to come together here, have a conversation about what happened. Everyone's least favorite thing in women's lacrosse. But that was quick. That was a quick one for
At least
them.
we don't have video review at our
I
level.
will give them that.
Video review increased the time of play for the collegiate level, so that was a quick one for sure. Somebody has to take the foul behind her, though.
Yeah, that maybe
I think it was,
even the original foul, yeah.
yep, Taylor Young on that foul behind. 4 for 4 for free positions for Ellie Johnson. That is her 5th goal of the day.
Do not put Ellie Johnson
Aardvarks
on the
goal,
line.
number 23.
Public service announcement.
Ellie
Do not give her a free position.
Yeah,
She is
give
a
her a free position.
solid free position taker. That is score of
Game
17
score,
to 6
Jesuit
OES.
17,
Ellie Johnson with
OES
5 of the
6.
6 OES goals. Phenomenal day for her, regardless of the outcome of this game or the score right now.
Yeah, she's been a rock star for sure. Great effort player. Great athlete. A lot of great athletes out here tonight. Showing off why they're here, why they got here. So it looks like Jesuits dropped 5 back.
Really trying
OES's
to
kind of run.
We had a push after the draw control was brought in. Looked like off ball by the time that pass got made. OES able to keep possession here. Ellie Johnson with the ball at the top. Passes to Ruby Mackey. Ruby Mackey loses it.
Lost the handle there, but again, great effort by some of these OES players. Working hard.
Great hustle to try to recover. I believe that's number 34, Alina Kilmecki. OES not going down without a fight. Jesuit opting to slow the ball. Sending some cutters to the inside, but Dasklos opting to keep it. Passes to Tamerlano. Feed inside to number 7. Correction, number 1, Hazel Mackey. Looked like she was pushed on that shot.
Crusaders shot on goal, number 1, Hazel Mackey.
Officials not calling a foul there, but Jesuit able to retain possession with the chase.
Yeah, just 4:30 left to go. So Jesuit opts.
Quinny Hanley with a lefty crease roll, got her hands free, faked and finished.
Crusader goal, number 11, Winnie
Yeah, OES just got caught up
Handley.
there a little bit. Little miscommunication on who had
Game
who.
score, Jesuit 18, OES
That puts
6.
the score at Jesuit 18, OES 6. That is Quinny Handley's 4th goal of the day.
Couple of subs coming in here. Got one new member on the draw circle here for Jesuit.
Looks like number 9, Taylor Young. Ruby Mackey still on the center here against number 7, Gigi Abernathy.
Yeah, getting Taylor Young, a junior, some minutes.
Self-draw by Gigi Abernathy, but it's broken up by number 26, Zoe Olson. We have an across-the-body call by the official
Interesting
there.
call from the
far side of the
Yeah,
field.
far side of the field. A wide open.
Wide open, quick stick finish by number 9, Taylor Young.
And that feed, I think that was from Macy McDonald.
I think so, yeah, number 3.
Yeah, so also a player, a senior there, getting some minutes, getting her opportunity.
With the assist by number 3, Macy McDonald.
That puts us at 19-6 with 2 minutes and
Game
40
score,
seconds left.
Jesuit 19, OES 6.
Clock continues to run here. OES has been battling on the draw circle. Jesuits with a few fresh legs in the mix, as well as some familiar names.
Calling a push.
I think he called a hold on that one, didn't he?
Possibly had her elbow over the draw taker
Yeah,
there.
a little classic soccer. Both going for the ball.
Ruby Mackey definitely frustrated by that call there, but still in to play defense. Macy McDonald with the ball behind. Out to Tamerlana. Up to Taylor Young. Behind with Macy McDonald. Out to Abernathy, up to Hanley.
Yeah, just a minute 30 to go here, so
Looks like Jesuits just moving the ball around.
could opt to just kind of work through some of their offenses, get themselves prepped for Thursday night's battle.
Trying to draw the shooting space there is Quinny Hanley. Doesn't get it. Opts to rob the goal circle. Sends it to Abernathy. Jesuit still looking to feed inside with those cutters going through. Tamerlana with the ball. High pressure defense from 33, JoJo Kobos.
You know, that is a name Coach Patrick mentioned to me for OES, said that she, you know, was one of the defensive players. Does
1
a lot
minute.
of work for OES. Again, sometimes those defensive stats don't show up as cleanly as the offensive ones, so it's always nice to get noticed.
Solid 1v1 defender in JoJo Kobos. 30 seconds left. Looks like OES is opting to send high pressure. Calling a check through the sphere here. 20 seconds left.
Jesuit's going to just opt to pass this one out. Great battle tonight. Both of the games, players are working hard.
And that is your final score. OES 6, Jesuit 19.
And
Lots of different
that's
goal
our
scorers for
final.
Jesuit. 2 goal scorers for OES, but phenomenal battle
Jesuit
regardless.
Crusaders.
Didn't go down without a fight. Sean, looking forward to Thursday. We'll have
OES Aardvarks.
number 1 Jesuit
6.
versus number 2 Grant.
Congratulations
I
to
believe
both
it's the first time
teams.
that Grant has made it to the
Another
final.
round of
I'll
applause
have to double check
for our
that, so
players
whoever's
this
quoting me, I
evening.
don't know, but
Job well
it's
done.
one of the
right.
few times that a Portland Public School has
Ladies
made it to the
and
final.
gentlemen,
PSA,
with the
guys,
exception
don't
of
quote
Lincoln.
Britt.
Yeah, don't quote me.
Yeah, don't.
If I'm wrong, you can
Don't get on Twitter and quote
Tag
her.
me on Instagram.
You're allowed to tag her on Instagram. Good to know. Well, it's been a fun evening of some great lacrosse. We'll also be back tomorrow night.
We will. The Silver Cup Championship of Beaverton High School versus Central Catholic. It's going to be a battle between some pretty scrappy teams.
I was going to say, those are some new names as well for the Silver Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Head coach of Beaverton, Riley Drillinger, longtime Oregon coach here, played at Clackamas and then at Westland and then played at Cal, and then the head coach for Central Catholic actually won Oregon Girls Lacrosse Association Coach of the Year last year. So it should be some solid coaching tomorrow with some phenomenal athletes, so should be exciting.
And folks, tomorrow
Great.
evening at 7 p.m.
Catch us
we have
tomorrow.
the
Yeah,
Silver
7
Cup
p.m.
Finals
We'll see you there. I'll be
between
there.
Central Catholic
Will you?
Rams
I don't know.
and the
Yeah. Here all week.
Beaverton Beavers.
All right. Have a great night. We'll catch you all tomorrow and then again on Thursday.
I'm Coach Sean.
I'm Britt Hartmann.
Liberty Stadium. Thank you very much for coming out. Special congratulations to our Jesuit Crusaders, who we'll see again on Thursday in the finals. Their opponent will be the Grant Generals. Grant Generals and Jesuit Crusaders will play on Thursday. Tomorrow evening, we'll see Beaverton and Central Catholic face off at 7 p.m. Thank you very much for coming out this evening. Thank you for remaining off the field. We hope that you all have a great evening and a safe drive to your final destination. Good night, everyone.